So generally Bell Rock is known as a fire mountain or like a mountain of transmutation. So I've been doing a little bit of shadow work lately. Shadow work just is where your unconscious is essentially coming to the surface so that you can heal it. So I've been going through a lot of changes. I've put myself in a lot of situations where I was uncomfortable. So it's a good time to, I think, just tell you a little bit about how it goes with transmuting your shadow self or your unconscious into consciousness. So as we go for a little walk here, as I was mentioning lately, I've been feeling heaviness coming up. There's been a lot of changes. The changes in this particular case have resulted in some fears coming up, sort of unknown future. So a little bit of anxiety there. I'm feeling a little heavier than normal, a little more confused and scattered than normal. So essentially, I want to be very aware of all these things. I don't want to shut them out. I don't want to get drunk and miss them. All I want to do, go about my normal routine, my normal daily routine, but I want to be aware of how I'm feeling and really go into them. So as I said, I'm feeling a little heavy, a little disoriented, just from the amount of change and almost the exhaustion. I think exhaustion has been a big part of it as well. So I'm being very present with these things. I'm enjoying the beautiful landscape. I can actually feel Bell Rock helping to rejuvenate me. Nature is a beautiful thing to be in when you're going through any sort of pain, especially emotional pain. So, as I said, I'm just walking around, I'm working today, but I'm really feeling these emotions and I'm just riding them out. Generally, you don't have to ride them out for too long. Eckhart Tolle talks a lot about this. He calls it the pain body. So when your pain body usually comes up as certain negative emotions, all you have to do is be with them. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to complain about them. You don't have to tell your friends about how bad what you're going through is, although it can sometimes be a good thing to vent to someone. But mainly, you just want to be with them. And by being with them, you will eventually gain perspective on them. And the most important thing is that the emotional charge that you're feeling from them eventually will dissipate if you're with them and give them your love, your kindness, and your attention. So I'm just trying to impart to you that that's all you really have to do is be with them and be kind. That's it. One of my teachers calls it kindfulness. You're with the present moment, which is painful in this case. You're attentive of it and you're kind. You just watch and you watch it change. And eventually, sometimes it can take a few days if it's something really deep, but eventually the emotion and the pain dissipates and you're just left with the memory. And so you have the memory, which is a reference point that serves you in the future. You gain the wisdom from it and the lessons that you learned from the situation. I mean, generally people just call this growth. And you lose the emotions because you've transmuted it all. You've been with it, allowed it to be, and it's imparted the lesson to you. And then you can go on with your life. And this generally just repeats over and over as you uncover more and more layers of the onion that is your shadow side or your dark side. So it's just a little quick rundown of my personal experience from Bell Rock. Hope it helps.